Ms. Chase, I can't help but think, as you made your comment about you doing the ride-along with a truck driver. My dad was a truck driver, and so as a child, I've done hundreds of thousands of miles as a ride-along, and it is a very interesting perspective, that way of life. Mr. Urson, I'm curious. I'm trying to visualize how these trucks would operate, and it seems like because there's some real fine maneuvers at the end of the line would be required. At what point does the automation end and someone climb in the cab and start doing the fine turns and that sort of thing that would be required to get to the final destination?
Yeah, thank you for the question. The technology we're developing today, the Aurora Driver, will basically drive gate to gate. So it'll leave a terminal, get through the industrial park, onto the freeway, head down the freeway, come off and get into the terminal through the industrial park.
You say terminal. Is there like a certain parking place? At some point, it seems like somebody's got to get behind the wheel and start working that thing around to a dock that is requires a very specific skill. I've watched my dad and many others do it over and over again, and it looks impossible. I have a difficult time imagining a machine or any sort of automation being able to do that.
No, it is an incredibly skilled job and really important, obviously. And yes, we expect the Aurora driver, to deliver the truck and the trailer, or the tractor and the trailer, to the yard, and then someone at that point will maneuver it in the yard to take it to the dock.
Gotcha. Thank you. Also, this question for you, Mr. Urmson. China is America's lead competitor in the race to automated vehicle technology. And for hundreds of reasons, not the least of which is the valuable data collected and transmitted by this technology, it's imperative that the U.S. maintain our lead. Is there anything inhibiting America's development of autonomous vehicles that may assist China in deploying their technology before the U.S.?
I do believe we're leading today, but that lead is fragile. Again, I think that there's an opportunity to harmonize regulation across states. I think taking a strong voice of support from the federal government and obviously oversight from this committee of agencies like FMCSA and NHTSA, and help encourage them to put in place ultimately performance-based regulation is the right step.
Dear friends, don't miss out on this. Changes have been confirmed. Social Security officials just announced that millions of Americans will finally receive an increase in their benefits. Payments will be raised by 3.2% and will help many keep up with expenses. My dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to find out more of the details. Also, tomorrow, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Millions of Social Security recipients will receive a 3.2% increase in their benefits starting in 2024, far less than this year's historic boost, and reflecting moderating consumer prices. The SSA announced today that the cost of living adjustment means that the average recipient will receive more than $50 more each month beginning in January. AARP has estimated that the increase at $59 per month. Social Security's acting commissioner has stated this will help millions of people keep up with expenses. Approximately 71 million Americans, including retirees, disabled people, and children, receive Social Security benefits. Today's announcement follows this year's 8.7% benefit increase, brought on by record 40-year high inflation, which pushed up prices of consumer goods. With inflation easing, the next annual increase is markedly smaller. Martha Shedden, president of the National Association of Registered Social Security Analysts, said, compared to last year's 8.7% increase, this is going to feel small. And the perception is that it's not keeping up with the inflation and the higher costs that retirees are still seeing. And on top of that, an anticipated increase in Medicare premiums for 2024 will eat into the Social Security cost of living bump. Medicare has not announced the increase for traditional Medicare, but said the cost of Medicare Advantage plans is expected to remain stable. Still, senior advocates applauded the annual Social Security adjustment. Social Security is financed by payroll taxes collected from workers and their employers. The maximum amount of earnings subject to Social Security payroll taxes will be $168,600 for 2024. That is up from $160,200 for 2023. Retirees whose sole income comes from Social Security are not subject to taxes on that income. Nancy Altman, president of Social Security Works, said that the COLA is a reminder of Social Security's unique importance and that Congress should pass legislation to protect and expand benefits. However, the program faces a severe financial shortfall in the coming years. The annual Social Security and Medicare Trustees report, which was released in March, said the program's trust fund will be unable to pay full benefits beginning in 2023. If the trust fund is depleted, the government will be able to pay only 77% of scheduled benefits. There have been legislative proposals to shore up Social Security, but they have not made it past committee hearings. A poll by the Associated Press found that most U.S. adults are opposed to proposals that would cut into Medicare or their Social Security benefits, and 79% of people polled said they oppose reducing the size of Social Security benefits. The SSA is still without a permanent leader. President Biden, in July, nominated former Maryland Governor Martin O'Malley to lead the agency. The COLA is calculated according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Price Index, but there are calls for the agency to use a different index, the CPIE, which measures price changes based on the spending patterns of retirees, like health care, food, and medical costs. Any change to the calculation would require congressional approval. But with decades of inaction on Social Security, and with the House at a standstill after the ouster of Speaker Kevin McCarthy, seniors and their advocates say they do not have confidence that any sort of change will be approved soon. Headline: U.S. consumer prices grew at a faster than anticipated rate in September, potentially complicating the Federal Reserve's upcoming policy changes aimed at corralling elevated inflation. The CPI registered 3.7% on an annual basis. That is the same pace as in August, and rose by a larger than forecast 0.4% month on month. Economists had expected readings of 3.6% and 0.3%. The data comes as Fed officials, who have made defeating rapid price gains a key objective of an aggressive campaign of borrowing cost hikes, have been on the lookout for signs that this more restrictive policy has weighed on inflationary pressures. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you, dear friends, for being part of this community. Tomorrow, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways.